Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today in Europe. I'm Tom McKenzie with Stephen Carroll. We're joined by Bloomberg's equities reporter, of course, to walk through some of the key names. Chloe Melly. Chloe, let's start with an Adyen in the payments business. Big losses this morning. What's behind the drop? What's behind the challenges facing this Dutch payments company?
Yeah, so massive drop in shares, as you said, for Adyen today. That's on the back of that company cutting, or, if we want to be a bit more generous, dimming its outlook for the year that was due to tariffs. So it said that net revenue growth was unlikely to accelerate this year. And before it said that it saw a slight acceleration. It said that US tariffs hit some of its clients quite hard, and especially the e-commerce companies in Asia in particular. So those companies are, of course, particularly exposed to Trump's trade policies, not only the tariffs themselves, but then also the cancellation of a tax exemption on small imported parcels. And that's having a knock-on effect on Adyen, given that Asia Pacific accounts for about 10% of its net revenue. Its direct rival PayPal also noted those similar weaknesses in terms of consumer spending and in terms of those clients. So the impact of that tariff uncertainty on that payment processing industry as a whole seems to be definitely something to keep in mind. For Adyen, the diversified client base could be a bit of a buffer against those risks, but given how crucial those e-commerce retailers are to its business model, the growth trajectory does look a little bit hard going forward.
Yeah, huge drop, 17% currently lower, Adyen, in the Netherlands. Let's turn to Aviva next. Their shares are up 3.6%.
Yeah, it's a good day for insurance today, actually. So Aviva is the biggest one that reported today. So it raised its interim dividend, and it said there was very good momentum with really strong trading and a really solid performance in the wealth platform in particular. So the assets under management in that wealth business rose 16%. The asset management unit, which is called Aviva Investors, also did very well. So it's all quite positive for the insurer. We also had some positive results from other peers like Talanx and Admiral today, and both of those also had shares rising. For Aviva, the next stage really now is all about the integration of Direct Line. It completed the acquisition of that insurer last month, and the CEO hinted that there could be maybe more deals coming. She said that there's still many opportunities to go after, so something to keep in mind.
Okay, and a difficult day for Thyssenkrupp as well, and the impact of an outlook cut for this company that's focused on the industrial space. Autos is a big part of the story. What's going on at Thyssenkrupp?
Yeah, so it lowered its guidance, and its third quarter loss widened by quite a bit as well. So that's what's sending the shares down this morning. It's dealing with, as you said, very weak demand across end markets, the automotive end market being one of the key ones, of course, but engineering is also weak, and construction is also very weak as well. The car industry is obviously struggling in Europe, and something that doesn't help is really high energy costs. And the stock coming down today by a fair amount is a bit of a reversal of the boom that we saw in the shares over the last year. And that was because Thyssenkrupp was supposed to, and is still supposed to, really benefit from the rush in defense spending. And just last week, shareholders approved the company's plan to partially spin off its marine system division. So that builds submarines and that builds ships for defense customers. So that is actually quite a bright spot, and that's something that is brightening the outlook while the rest of the end markets are struggling quite a lot.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.